I'm live. I'm trying this YouTube live thing. Oh my gosh, you guys. Did you watch the US Open final? Oh, I missed the whole match because I was out at soccer games all afternoon. I came home to see the update and I'm like, what happened? So I'm watching, I actually just caught Serena's interview and her press conference, whatever you want to call it, talking about it. And I finally figured out what happened. And I'm just like, so of course I'm searching all over YouTube, like I need to see the ceremony at the end. And oh my gosh, I could not believe I felt so bad for her, for Osaka. Her first Grand Slam final, she wins, and she can't even celebrate because the crowd's booing her. What is the deal with that? Like, and then she's apologizing for winning. I don't know. I just wanted to jump on and try out this YouTube live, but I just wanted to see if anybody else is a US Open fan and wanted to talk about it because wow. I mean, just wow. Yeah. I don't even know if I can see people's comments. It says nobody's on here with me, but anyway, I guess you can watch this whenever. I've been a tennis player a really long time, and it's hard work, man. I don't know what it takes to even get to be a professional tennis player, and then you get all the way to the final and you play as well as she played. I didn't watch the match, but I mean, she's had a great tournament. And then you can't even celebrate at the end because you're crying because everybody's making you feel bad and she didn't even do anything wrong. Oh, I don't know. I just, like, I couldn't believe that happened. I don't know about you guys, if anybody else was watching it or cares. I don't know. My friends are all like, ooh, tennis, big deal. And I'm like, well, whatever. Even though Roger got bumped out, he's my favorite. It's all right. I still watch it. And the other thing is, I've never been like a huge Serena fan. In the past, I don't know. I felt like, especially when she was a lot younger, she just would never. She never really gave the opponent credit if they beat her. It was always like she would say she just wasn't playing well or it wasn't her day or something like that. But I have to give her credit for this. I mean, I didn't see how she reacted in the match and what happened to cause the point penalty and the game penalty and all that. But she was very graceful and very, I don't know the word I'm trying to use, but she was obviously emotional too about it and wanting the crowd to just stop booing, first of all. I mean, that's ridiculous. Like, really? You're booing? I don't know. I keep getting on that, but that was just bad. I don't know. So if anybody's making comments, I cannot see them on my phone. I'm so new at doing this YouTube Live. I'm not good at Facebook Lives either yet. For some reason, I can't ever see comments on the phone or on when I do these lives. So if you're commenting, or if you're not, try and comment so I can see if I can see any of them. Otherwise, I'm going to also try to get on my computer here too. But, oh my gosh, I don't know. Let's see if I can hold this without. So, any of you guys watch tennis at all? Or am I just like the only one? Let's see. I see a little comment thing down here. It says they're all visible. Do I have to have my phone like this? Oh, no. It says I can't turn my phone. All right, let me see if I can get online. Anyway, it's not very good live if I can't interact with anybody. That's kind of not good. So let me see if I can go on my computer and if I can see anybody on the video. Does it like show up when you're doing a live? Like Facebook Live, I can see on my computer too. Yeah, it doesn't. Rats. Is anybody saying anything? Is anybody saying hi? Anybody? Sorry, I'm learning here. It doesn't give me any options and I don't see anything. So what's the deal? Yay! Somebody said hello. Okay, I can see it. Okay, cool. Thank you for saying hello because I wanted to make sure I could even do this. So, yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? And if you do watch tennis, like who's your favorites? I said like Roger's always been my favorite, but I know his years are probably limited on how long he's still going to play. Andre Agassi back in the day. Now, he was my favorite. Oh my gosh, from Japan. Hi. So did you watch the US Open with Osaka? I mean, seriously, how awesome is that for her? But how bad I felt that she was crying and she couldn't celebrate. Oh my gosh, my heart was just broken watching it. I was crying. And I don't know, I just wanted to jump on and connect with some people and see if anybody else felt like that too. I mean, that's just horrible for her to have that as like her first Grand Slam final and championship, and she just couldn't celebrate the way she wanted to, I'm sure. Djokovic, yeah, he's a beast. He's just like, yeah, so who are we picking tomorrow in the men's final? I mean, he's tough to beat, but I don't know. They're both going to be, they both want it, obviously, I'm sure. That was kind of a bummer that Nadal had to retire. I mean, you know he's hurting if he retires from a match because that guy is like a machine. But I remember them saying, and I also thought like early on in his career when he was just, I mean, he plays such a physical game, Nadal, that it just looked like it hurt when he played. You know, he was like the way he would, hit his forehand, and I just felt like he hit so much topspin, and it just wear and tear on his body. And the announcers would say, yeah, he plays a physical game. We don't know how long his body will hold up for that. And I think now it's like starting to break down on him from all those years of, all those years of the physical, more so like compared to like Roger. Okay. I mean, he looks so graceful when he's playing. I'm like, dude, he makes it look so easy. And I mean, I'm a tennis player, so I know it's not easy at all, but he makes it look like effortless. But so, yeah, I don't know who I want to win tomorrow. I mean, either one. They both seem like, nice guys, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Are you going to watch it? I don't even know what time it's on tomorrow. I should probably know that. This is kind of fun. Has anybody else done a YouTube live? It's more fun if you guys interact with me, though. Because otherwise I'm just talking to myself, like in normal videos. That's kind of boring. But that's cool. As somebody from Japan, I don't know where the other person was from. I can't see, like, the back comments. I can only see, like, right when you comment, it'll pop up on my screen. But then it goes away. I like Roger when he wasn't a top player. Gosh, was that like so long ago? I'm trying to think back that far. Like, I don't know. I've always just felt like he's just like a gentleman, like his mannerisms and just everything about him is just, very pleasant to watch and all that versus, I don't know, I'm trying to think, like, he played an all black outfit. He had some cool moves. Yeah, definitely. Yep. That's true. Oh yeah, okay. So I mean, he was definitely more explosive and had a temper on him when he was younger. Now I can think back. That was a long time ago, but yeah, he had to mature a little bit to get to where he is now, for sure. But like Kyrgios, I know he's like explosive and usually throws some temper tantrums on the court. I don't know. I'm like not sure about. Oh, my battery's dying on me. I might only have a few more minutes here. Ooh, maybe I can plug my phone in. I'm gonna try this. What if I flip my phone around? No, I can't. Okay, sorry. It's yelling at me to flip my phone back. Okay, there we go. I plugged it in. So anyway, sorry for all the movement. I know it's kind of annoying watching a video that's moving all over the place. But yeah, so Nick Kyrgios, I know, is it Nick? I said that and I'm like, he's kind of a explosive player. Who else? I mean, I don't know. I'm on the fence about players that throw their racket and get all crazy, you know, because it just, I don't know. It's just not a great look. Yeah, I don't like his attitude either. It's, and I mean, I don't know. I guess there's not too many of those anymore. I think they used to be more. I'm trying to think who else would do that stuff. What about that one kid? I forget his name. Wonder if it was at the US Open last year. Where he lost the point, he took the ball and just he hit somebody. That guy from Latonia. I don't know, but he hit like the umpire in the eye or something. I mean, obviously he didn't do it on purpose. Oh, Latvia. Okay. He obviously didn't do it on purpose and he felt bad, but I'm like, you know, I've seen like ball kids get hit and stuff too when they throw a fit or, you know, throw their racket or hit a ball out of frustration. I mean, I get it. I know you can be frustrated playing tennis. You know, it's definitely sometimes more of a mental game than a physical game for sure. I'm trying to think who else. I mean, obviously John McEnroe back in the day, you know, that's like the big thing. Galbus had the same attitude, great talent though, definitely. So how many points total was she penalized for? So, okay, I didn't see it live, but what I get and knowing I think how the rules go. So she got a warning. Okay, yeah, it was 3 cuz she got a warning and then that's when she was cuz she got a warning because what's his face? Her coach was coaching her with some hand signal and so she argued with him a little bit. Then she continued, I think. Or was that when she slammed her racket and then she got a point penalty when she slammed her racket because she had already had a warning? And then she started, I don't know what she said to him and if they showed that on TV because I missed it and I forgot to just like record it and everything. So I missed it, but she was using bad language, whatever she was doing, cussing him out. And so then after you get a point penalty, you get a game penalty. So that gave Osaka a game. So then she was serving, I think, at 5-3 then in the second set. But in her press conference, you know, she was saying that the men's game, I don't know, she got on the men versus women thing and how men can get away with talking like that and they might just get, you know, they're not getting point penalties. They're just, you know, whatever. I mean, maybe not. I think it's more, I don't know, it could be true because probably most women don't. She said to him that He will never be umpire in her matches, that he's a liar and a thief. Oh, yeah, that's what she did. She did. You're right. She said, you're a thief, whatever. And that was when he gave her the game penalty. But maybe most women just don't, and again, it's probably going to sound sexist that I'm saying it, but, usually you have more guys that could be out of control versus the women. So maybe they're just not, it's not as common. And I know that sounds bad because no, it's not equal then. It's like you're treating differently based on how many times it happens, which isn't cool. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know. I don't know if you could, I guess you can always make an argument for that. She said she's fighting always really hard for equality for the men's and the women's game. And I know even prize money and stuff, that was an issue about how the men, but okay, that one I'm like, men have to play 3 out of 5, or I mean, they have to I can't speak. They have to play sometimes a 5-set match, where women, it's like 2 out of 3. So, I mean, the most they're going to play is 3 sets, where the guys could play 5, and I mean, we know it happens, some of those, John Isner and, what was his name? The one at Wimbledon where they had that match that lasted so long. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe the, no tiebreaker in the 5th set. And it's just like, oh, you got to win by 2 games. And it was back and forth. Why can't I think of the guy's name that he played? So mad. Lesbians. Okay, what are you so mad about? Just that what happened and with Serena and all that? I mean, I said I feel more bad for Osaka that she couldn't, like, celebrate the, her first Grand Slam, championship. Come on. Like, they handed her the check for, what was it, 3... If you don't respect the referee, you have to be penalized. Oh, yes. About Serena ruining Osaka. Right, and it was sad. So yeah, it sucked because it ended up being about Serena again. And right, if you have to respect the umpire, and you gotta like kind of imagine yourself in their position. And I know I felt so bad for her. Did she break 2 rackets? See, I didn't see it happen. I'm so mad. Man, I forgot to record it and I was out. She broke 2 rackets. That's a little extreme. But yeah, so you got to think from an umpire's point of view, and he did follow the rules. Now, like, her whole thing was, ooh, the men get away with it, or people are coaching all the time, and, that's crap. Why in a Grand Slam final you're going to do that? Well, yeah, I'm sorry. Again, I didn't see it live, but I know she can get a little, like, attitude-y. So, well, we know, because what was that, 2000 and... Yes, Patrick said after the match that he was coaching. He admitted it. He's like, but everybody does it. And I'm like, okay, but that doesn't make it right. And so, he can't get penalized. So she's going to get the point penalty for it or whatever. It ended up, But didn't she do that, what was that, 2011 or wherever, she said something nasty to one of the line judges or something? So, she has that in her to be kind of diva-ish. I don't know. Like I said, I've never been a huge fan, but I at least like that she was acknowledging that it was all turning to be about her. I'm gonna kill you, US Open. Oh, was that the one? Yes. Hi, Jim. Yes, I am a tennis player, actually. Oh, yeah, it was. Against Kim Clijsters. You're right. Or was it 2009? It was that long ago. I am a tennis player, so I usually at least watch my husband won't let me have my subscription to Tennis Channel all the time, so I see what I can on TV. But Naomi played great. Serena broke down, definitely. Yes, I was just saying, like, tennis is a lot of times more of a mental game than just physical. you can be in the greatest shape of your life and, run for days, but mentally, if you break down, it doesn't matter at that point. Yes, anything in life, you're right. It's a battle, man. I know what you're talking about. Like, I'm battling with that stuff, mental stuff. Yeah, Naomi was going to win anyway. She just had a great tournament. I watched her play one full match. See, it's bad. I'm catching it here and there, but when I could. But to get to the final, and I'm just like, man, she just. Oh, it was mentally and physically, definitely. Didn't really watch her play before, but she was insane against Serena. I mean, I was trying to think back if I had seen her play in any other Grand Slams, Naomi. Maybe. I mean, Osaka, it sounded familiar, but I mean, she, that's great. She had a breakout tournament. Why can't I think of who she beat in the other USA girl in the semifinal? Madison Keys. Not the umpire, not even Serena. Umpire did everything by the book. Madison Keys, yeah. Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, the umpire probably followed. Did they say he didn't get, like, his, how they always give him, like, a trophy or something at the end? They said the umpire didn't get a trophy or recognized at the end. But, like, so did he do something wrong, they're saying? Because, like, just because the other umpires overlook that stuff and he didn't, so he's being punished for that? He wasn't at the trophy presentation. So maybe he just wanted to get out of there. But the game was warranted. You can't yell at the umpire. I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, what did he do wrong? Like, if she was trying to make an argument about it, what did he do wrong other than called her out on, just because nobody else got in trouble for it, so she thinks, well, I should be able to do it then and get away with it? Like, that doesn't make sense. I mean, and she's trying to make an argument about, well, other of the guys get away with it, but it still doesn't make it right. So if it's part of the rules, then that's true. It probably would have been worse. Federer and Nadal in the same situation, they would have just moved on. Probably, and that's typical, and I'm sorry, because obviously I'm female, but Naomi's so calm and cool she is, and that's why I felt so bad. I mean, that girl, you could just tell, but girls can be petty and hold on to grudges and be a right fighter maybe when the time isn't right to be a right fighter, you know what I'm saying? So I get it, and guys can, like, get in a fist fight and beat each other up and then be like, okay, are we done? All right, let's move on. I feel like she was being passive aggressive, maybe. Again, I've never been a huge Serena fan because I always felt like it was always about her not playing good if she lost. Like, oh, well, I just, didn't do this or that. It was never about giving the opponent that beat her credit for playing well, So, yeah. I just never liked that about her, because I'm like, okay, is it okay if somebody had a good day and they beat you? I know. All I can think about is Naomi, just sad for her. That's what I said. I'm like, in her box, they're all crying, and I'm like, is this what it's supposed to be like when you win a championship? Come on. And now that's the only thing people are going to remember is what Serena did, and it's going to turn around to be about her again, He was umpiring one on OX, and he was apparently asking... Oh, really? Oh, yeah, but I don't know. The guy girl. My phone was ringing. I might have to... Uh-oh. I might have to answer my phone. See, I've never done these lives before. I shouldn't be on my phone and someone's trying to call me. All right, if I blip out for a second, I'll be right back because my husband, I think, is trying to call me. Okay, I missed that about the conspiracy thing. Ooh, can I see these comments again? All right, have you guys done lives? Like, can I see on your phone? Can you, like, see the past comments? Or just, like, when they're gone, they're gone? I'm just curious. But anyway, yeah, I feel bad for her, and I hope... I know, that's what I'm saying, Allison. I was crying because they were both crying, and then, like, I was reading about it, and that's why I had to... I know, I should just be able to scroll up, but I don't see... They're not on the side of my screen. They just pop up when you say it, and then it disappears. So, but anyway, I had to jump on and see a video, because I'm like, I have to see, like, what they're talking about. They just keep saying, you know, that everyone is crying and booing, and I'm like, okay, I can't just read this in words. I have to actually see what happened. So that's when I, like, went and found the video. Post-birth hormones. I mean, that's true, because she is different now after having her daughter. I mean, that did change her a little bit, I think, but oh, yeah, but you know, after you have a kid, I mean, having a baby can change, you know, everything in your body just goes cattywampus. Hormones are all over the place, and, you know, definitely. You know, it can just, yeah, definitely. I know I was way more emotional after. I mean, I've always been on the emotional side, but definitely it was amped up after. And just like, I won't even watch, like, really sad movies or violent movies or anything because they bother me now. She didn't mean to, definitely, but, you know, she just reacted in the moment, and in the heat of the, you know, she just reacted in the moment, and in the heat of the moment, and just couldn't control herself, which maybe if it was a guy, they would have done the same thing too, and maybe they wouldn't have gotten the point penalties and all this and that and the other, but who knows? You didn't like her press conference comments, like which ones, like that she said that you didn't like? I mean, because again, it was here and there for me. Like, I felt like she was acknowledging some things, but then she got on a soapbox about calling an umpire a thief. Is that considered a code violation? Well, being like rude or derogatory or using profanity or, you know, getting on their case about stuff is probably against the rules, but right, the rules are rules, Juan, exactly. But she just felt like, whatever, oh, I'm sure Serena feels bad. I mean, you could tell, like, she was crying, not out of, and you know, the way she was trying to make Osaka, like, feel better in that moment at the ceremony at the end and stuff. I think that was all genuine, but there was no, like, thought. Again, I know she just reacted during the match, so that's what caused all the problems to begin with. She couldn't control herself, and then it just got out of, you know, out of hand for sure. I think, yeah, I don't know. Did she ever say Naomi? I know she said she played well. Yeah, disgraceful, taking away Osaka's moment. I know. That's the whole thing, is it ended up being about her. Even though she lost, it was still about her. Yeah, I don't know if she ever, like, just, you know, said, oh, she just played better than me. Again, I didn't see the whole match. I'm so mad I didn't see the whole match. But obviously the score tells you. I mean, usually, I mean, it wasn't like 2 tiebreakers or something. So, I mean, it looked like it wasn't, you know, that it just looked like Osaka was beat her pretty good. So, oh yeah, she did say that. Now, she did say that in the press conference, that she could learn from Osaka. Juan, I know, was that horrible or what, that they were booing Osaka? Naomi is the most humble. Like I am telling you, I agree with that 100%. And she apologized to the crowd after they're booing her, and she apologizes for that outcome. She's apologizing for winning. And I know maybe she means like the way, well, she did say the way it went down. But yeah, I know. It was so sad saying, sorry, I won. I know you guys were rooting for her. Oh, I was just, yeah, like I was crying watching it. Not gonna lie. Even if she thought she should or could have won, yeah, I know. Yeah, what is up with the crowd? I don't know. I'm disappointed because that's like the US Open, okay? Do we really need to be representing like US by like booing? Oh, Venus, no. She would not. I mean, I don't even know if she would say anything at all, would she? They're definitely very different. But I don't know. That bothers me that, our crowd acted like that. Me too. I hope she wins something again and can actually celebrate. And she will. She's going to win more. Even though Osaka played better at that moment. Yeah. I like that. Well, it was kind of funny when they were, why is everyone calling Naomi Japanese when she's multiracial? She moved to Florida when she was 3. I know, like, I was going to ask that too, because with the Japanese guy that was playing, like they're all Nishikori. Um, they're like they represent the country, but they don't live there, so or they train over here. So I don't know. That was a little confusing to me too, but I mean that's where they're born or where they're. I don't know. Yeah, no matter her origin, she's 20 years old. Yeah, no kidding. Steffi Graf was German. Oh, Steffi Graf. I loved watching her too. Rich people have homes in America. Yeah. Japanese citizenship. Yeah, but I mean, if she lives here, obviously she talks very like she doesn't have, a huge accent. Oh, did you see that thing on Nishikori about he's like the third top earner, like just with endorsements alone, like endorsements plus tennis. I thought he was like number 3 or something in overall earnings. I'm like, okay. I mean, I had heard of him before, but I was like, dang. It was like 34 million or something with endorsements, and like he's huge over in Japan. I was kind of hoping he would pull through a little bit, but oh well. Japanese and African American, yeah. So she's into tennis, or you're wanting to get her into tennis? My kids are like kind of into it, but not huge. Nice live stream. Dude, this is my first one, and I know I can't, like, I wish I could, I'll figure out the comment thing a little bit better, but thanks. This is cool that you guys are all on here. I'm having fun. Oh my gosh, if they talked to Federer about this, I don't know, what do you think he would say? Would he be going, Federer? I don't know. He's a gentleman. That's just it. I don't, like, he just always sounds like just everything he does is just effortless, and he's like la la la, this is how I am. And I mean, I wonder what he's like with his, what does he have, 2 sets of twins now, doesn't he? I think it's 2 sets. Like, I wonder if he's like that at home. I mean, I know they have like lots of help, I'm sure, but he just never seems like that rattled about anything. He's so even. Sometimes I'd be watching his match and I'd be like, dude, like, can you just get pumped a little bit more or something? Like, like I want to see you react about something. Sometimes he's so like, you know, yeah, 2 sets of twins. I think 2 boys, or like a twin boys and twin girls, right? I think one of each. I don't know. Oh my gosh, that's got to be tough. I have 2 boys. not twins, and it's like, I don't know. I give props to people that have twins, and especially when they're babies and they're both crying at the same time and need fed at the same time and whatever else. That's funny. But yeah, I don't know. America's doing that. Yeah, she's so cute. They're just like the cutest couple. Naomi's the oddest tennis character. I thought that was like she's just very innocent, like she obviously isn't. I mean, I always think that's how I would be. Like I was always like, if I was a tennis, like a professional, I would be so like nervous on the interview parts and having to like do, she's the most real, right? Like you can just feel like she's genuine, like that. She's not rehearsed. It's just her. And yeah, she doesn't act like the other ones. It's not like she's trained, to do interviews, and maybe they're supposed to. I don't know. But she's cute, and she definitely has a cute, like funny, you can tell she's just like probably has no enemies whatsoever. She's just so unique. Yes, she's unique for sure. In a good way. I take that as a good way. What if anyone else in the crowd uses hand gestures? I know, and actually they were talking about, was it Mary Jo and Chris Everett were talking about like they should just let the coaching happen and um whatever, but I I kind of agreed with Chris Everett cuz she was like, it's not part of the game. I mean, like when you play in high school, your coach can talk to you on the changeovers because I did a little coaching, but obviously I played in high school too. So your coach could talk to you on changeovers. But I feel like when you're a professional, yeah, it's an individual game. Like you have to battle through all the emotions and all that stuff too. And the mental part of it, I feel like that's that is a huge part of it. I don't know. I think if you had, well, then Chris was like, well, just let them make hand gestures or whatever they want, but don't come down on the court and do the coaching on the court. And I'm like, yeah, I agree. I think that would take away a little bit from, what it is, what a singles match is. I mean, when you play doubles, you have your doubles partner to talk to. You think coaching should be allowed, Jim? I don't know. I mean, I'm on the fence about it. It's like, I don't know. Let's just put it this way. I wouldn't be like, oh, I'm not watching tennis anymore because they're allowing coaching. I know they do that in some of the other tournaments, just um, not the Grand Slams. Yes, they were saying that too, that Serena opts out of the coaching or she just doesn't even list a coach. So I don't disagree that like because they were like she wasn't even watching his hand signal anyway. So, I mean, I don't disagree that she didn't see it and like 'cause she didn't even know what was going on at first, I guess. But she should have just let it go after that. And I think it was because she kept picking and yelling and she got so mad. I'm sure she was just mad because she wasn't playing well or wasn't winning, or this other girl was just kicking her booty, and she wasn't liking it. So, I'm sure that's what just got her, out of control. Don't think the umpire was right. I mean, again, I didn't see it live. I wish I would have been able to. So whether, I don't know if it would have been a different match, that it would have just been like, okay, let's take this for example. When like when Djokovic like bounces the ball like 82,000 times before he serves, and they started like kind of putting more time limits on it, but they still do that stuff. I mean, you have to use judgment in certain situations, I'm sure. Like I am sure he still goes over the time limit. And who else was doing that? Chilich. I felt like, okay, dude, he's bouncing the ball a lot. Like I'm pretty sure he's getting close to the time they're allowed, in between points or whatever to hit the next ball. So a lot of that I think is just judgment, and whether you do that in a final, I don't know. Yeah, the Nadal. Oh yeah, Nadal. His all of his little quirks, things he does. Does he have to pick his shorts? That's the only thing that's ever really bugged me. I'm like, I couldn't watch him for a while because I'm like, dude, can he stop with all the? I don't know. I know he's superstitious. He wants to do the same. He wants to have his he wants to have his water bottles lined up, his pink juice, whatever he drinks, and all that before. Really? Nadal's taking. Oh, I've picked my shorts. I'm not gonna say I haven't, but I'm not on camera in front of millions of people watching and doing it every time. Oh no, I have. I think everybody has. So that's funny. But I'm not gonna make it part of my ritual before I serve the ball. I might have to bounce it 3 times and like spin my racket once or something, but that's reasonable. Does he? I don't think he has a bigger butt than Serena. Oh, mess around with his hair. I know he has all like he literally does it in the same order. He's like picks like, this, whatever. Sitting on another box and coaching. Oh, I missed that one. Should be a great match tomorrow. I know. Who do you want to have? Who do you want? Who are you rooting for? Like, who do you want to win? I mean, I say Del Potro just because I always tend to root for the underdog just because I feel like, man, I think it's their time. Djokovic has won a lot, but I mean, I like him too. He's funny. Yes, they're both really good guys, so I mean, I just would look forward to a good match. He's had a warning for his bottles. I never saw that. Oh, the capri shorts or their they always look like they were too tight too. Like I was waiting for him to like bend over and go, like rip. Who hates Djokovic? I never heard that stuff. I always thought it was fun. Oh, I know for a while when he was doing the impressions, I think people got offended. Like he would do, I remember one after the interview and the guy asked him to do Sharapova. And I don't know if she got mad or something, but I mean, he was like dead on, like with the serve ritual and all that. It looked just like her. Bye, Jim. Thanks for stopping by. Catch me again if I'm on. This is fun, talking about tennis. Right. They're all coaching, but that's true. Like, I mean, is that what it's going to come to? Like, and they're going to have like cameras like right on the coaches the whole time? I mean, obviously they do watch them because that's how else would they have? I mean, it was just random that they caught them. They got to have people watching the box the whole time, I would assume. But I don't know if they allow it. I mean, could you imagine it being like a baseball, like the third base, with all the hand signals and like, okay, that means, whatever. Oh. Nadal's the worst. He fakes it. Do you think he's faking? I don't know. I always thought he was just like, oh my gosh, his forehand, holy crap, that it's hard. But I don't know, Nadal, I don't know. I have a hard time thinking he would fake stuff like that because at one point in the match with Delpo, he was like, he told him to challenge the call. He was like, yeah, that was in. So like that makes me think, and he obviously was losing. He was going to retire the match anyway, but he was like, it was a serve or something that was in, and he told him to challenge it. So I don't know. I'm from Delpo land. He faked only one time when he was positive. I don't know about that. I mean, you could see in his press conference, he was so annoyed. I'm sure when you do something like that, or if you lose in those press conferences, they have to be the most annoying thing ever. And I know they have to do them probably, but well, I know they have to do them. That's got to be so annoying because I know if I've lost lots of stuff, times before, and like the last thing you want to do is have somebody sit there and ask you questions. You're like, because I didn't play good and he beat me, and yeah. Yeah, no kidding. Where's he? I mean, he just doesn't come anymore. Like, I missed that whole transition whenever that happened. What exactly happened with that? Like, when did they had a falling out or something? I don't know. I should know that, and I don't. I don't know. I didn't pay attention to her for a while. The one he stretched back on a supposed cramp he had. I don't know. I must have missed that. I don't know. Oh, you guys, this has been super fun. I probably should call my husband back since I just like declined his call because I was having too much fun talking to you guys. Is that bad? How come you didn't watch it live? Oh, the tennis match? I know. Well, my niece and nephew, they all had soccer games today, and my kids wanted to go. They were like bouncing off the walls. They needed to get out of the house. So I'm like, the last thing I could do was go, sorry, I'm sitting here to watch the US Open because they would have been driving me nuts. So, but I should have recorded it. Urgh. I know. So anyway, but I am going to get off here. I'm going to jump back on. This was so fun though. We can talk more tennis another time. Sound good? You guys are awesome. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great night. I'll see you guys later. Bye. Super fun. Jump on next time. All right, see you guys.